Hi, Elle Ingalls here at elleingles.com. You can reach me for an appointment at speakwithelle.com. I'm in my sweats and I got my hair back because I have a little bird hanging out with me tonight. And I have this old bathing suit. Can you see it here? Okay, it's a one-piece bathing suit. It's navy with a little bit of gold trim. And I thought I would share a story about image and resourcefulness. So this bathing suit has got to be about 30 years old, and I still wear it. So for those of you who don't know, I grew up in Concord, New Hampshire. I'm an old-time New Englander, but moved to Michigan to go to the University of Michigan in 1980. So I'm now a Great Lakes girl. I love Lake Michigan. I love the Great Lakes. But my values, a lot of my values were deep-seated frugality, old-fashioned New England values, and it's been interesting. In my entire life, my career, I have spent a lot of time with people. Some people have a great deal of wealth, some people don't have much wealth. So I've spent a lot of time with all kinds of different people when it comes to economics and their economic situation. Our home in Battle Creek was on the corner of three very different neighborhoods. So our children played with every kind of child, and if you tried to pick out which children, for example, were the drug dealers' children, you'd probably be wrong. If you tried to figure out which children had more wealth than the others, you'd probably be very wrong based on their clothing. So it's really interesting. We have image can create judgment. So I'm bringing up this bathing suit here because, and my friend Pamela, so this took place in Canada, this story. My children were, my youngest wasn't born. My other two were probably about 5 and 3, maybe 6 and 4, and we were traveling to New Hampshire to visit my folks, and we would camp along the way. We'd make the trip really great, and we'd camp along the way. So we're camping one time in Ottawa, near Ottawa, like east of Ottawa, in this campground that had a beach on a river, and we were walking through the campground to the beach. So it's my husband, me. I'm wearing this bathing suit right here, which at that point was already several years old. And I was carrying a colorful towel that had been a gift from my mother-in-law. And we have these two little boys, and they're in little bathing suits, and we're walking down the beach. And we pass a campsite with picnic tables and here's my birdie. All the people on my around the table were about college age, I'd say in their 20s. And as we're walking by, we hear one of them say to another, "Oh, look, there goes money," right? There goes money. And I thought that was just so interesting that just from, what are they judging this by? I mean, I'm wearing this bathing suit again. It's now 30 years old. I still wear it. My husband was just in a bathing suit. My kids are just in a bathing suit. We're carrying a towel, and they say, "There goes money." So what does that really mean? Why would they even think that way or say that? And my husband and I just looked at each other and laughed at each other because I ran a nonprofit. He was working part-time at night teaching at the college. We were scraping by. We just bought a house and we were putting a lot of money into the house, But compared to some of the kids in our neighborhood, we were really wealthy. We had a little boy come up into the driveway once and wanting to play, and he comes in, and my husband pulls out, he made, out of scrap wood, he made a cart for all the balls. And we had big basketballs, big ones and little ones for the little kids. And he pulls out what we called the ball cart, and the little boy goes, "Oh, you guys are rich," like that. And it was for him, that was just miraculous to be able to choose a ball to play basketball. And so it's image and what we think and where we are on the continuum. We have this kind of thing in America. It's we want more. We want to be wealthier, but I love this from Tony Robbins. I remember catching this years ago from him. We have so many resources all around us. We have no lack of resources. The internet is free. We can get on our little phones while on here. It's free. And people are gifting us things all the time. So there's so many resources, but there's a sure lack of resourcefulness. When we first married, we moved in from a furnished apartment to unfurnished. We had nothing to put in the house. Like there was no furniture. My husband, we got scrap lumber, really cheap, and a can of paint, and we made all our own furniture. If I took you into our bedroom, we're still sleeping on his college loft all these years. We broke it up and made it into a bed for us. So I'm just sharing this because you can be super resourceful and you can start to really manage your money in a different way that it starts to make a difference for you. And so there's no lack of resources today, there's just a lack of resourcefulness. On Monday night, I'm doing a free webinar again, right? It'll be Zoomed, hopefully here on here, but I'll also put the link below if you want to come in Zoom with me. And it's going to be a free webinar on attracting money, on managing money, on getting out of the fact that stress is causing you so much dis-ease when it comes to your finances. So if money is an issue for you, if you struggle with that, I invite you to come on with me. It's going to be a free training that I do just for you. Anybody who comes on, if you come into my webinar, I'll open up at the end for questions and answers, and we'll spend some time that way too. And I'm getting some love here. And look at, isn't she so cute? So this is our adopted baby. We're taking care of her for Cole Kerner. And she's been hanging out with me pretty much all day as I've been working. It's really cute, isn't it? I have to put my hair up though, or she gets tangled in it. So that's Lemon, for those of you who haven't met Lemon yet. And here's Phoebe over here. We should show Phoebe. Phoebe, say hello, baby. Say hello. So money, it's an issue for a lot of people. One of the biggest stressors is in the top 3. It's the reason why couples argue more than anything else is money. So if that's an issue for you, I invite you to come on Monday night and let's just have a real frank talk and give you some real tips you can use right away to begin to get a handle on it all. And I've actually taught financial management to nonprofit execs for years, so it's definitely in my wheelhouse. I'm also a bank president's daughter, so money was not a taboo subject when I was growing up. So that's for another Facebook Live. But tonight, I just want you to think that, sometimes you'll look at someone, you might think they're incredibly wealthy. They might not be. Maybe they're just managing their money in a certain way. And I can tell you, some of the greatest donors I ever had to the symphony lived in extremely modest houses, but they had saved their money. So people are all over the map. Get out of the idea that there's a lack of resources. See if you can start to become more resourceful with all the wonderful resources we have today. So here, this little snuggle bumpkin, she's up against like my pulse point. So cute, isn't it? So if you like this, if this is helpful, feel free to give me some love, hearts. I know stress is kind of a private subject. You might not want to know people. Let people know that you're watching me, and I get that. Also, private message me or go to speakwithelle.com if you'd like to talk to me privately. So on that beautiful note, have a great pressure-free night, everybody.